Hey guys, this is Wolvie here with the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia global video for the 6th of September 2019. This is a special presentation. I do want to warn you guys ahead of time. I'm on a Bluetooth for a microphone, so please do bear with me. I'm actually heading to work at the time of this recording, and this is a continuation of predictions for reworks that have yet to appear on JP, and I do want to focus on one particular character because one of the other characters from my last reworks prediction thing, which actually just got their rework on global, and this is for the female unit. So the female unit that just got her rework on JP is Lenna. So to continue on, I'm going to go into another character who I particularly enjoy, and yes, this one gets to get a rework on JP. She might be one of those that gets it relatively soon, but we just don't know yet. I mean, there's been some talk about with this particular character and a certain lost chapter that's coming up on JP. So it's one of those. It's like, okay, so if and when this character gets reworked, what type of things we should expect later down the line on global? So the character I'm talking about is Rydia from the Final Fantasy IV trilogy. So this is like the kit I have here on my global page here. So I am, and like I said, I don't play JP at all. However, I do follow the information on JP to a relatively good extent. So we have here Flare, which is Flare, and this is like the version from Final Fantasy IV. Summon Leviathan, summon Dragon, and you know, and like I said, this is global, so she is yet to get her 70/70. So she's one of those characters who gets her 70/70 before her rework. So this is the same quote-unquote ball game as Lenna. So we're going to go and focus on the first three abilities because this is pretty much where the reworks tend to be, especially if it's the first rework. Now I did see some stuff on Lenna in sense of her rework. I do feel that Lenna does need a secondary rework because, I mean, like I said, there's some stuff I'm not going to reveal here, that sort of thing. So we're gonna get into Flare. Yeah, so like I said, we're gonna get into Flare, summon Leviathan, summon Dragon. So we have the first two abilities does have some overflow. So where could the game take Rydia's Flare in the sense of damage output, uses, all that stuff? So I do sense this is going to be more the overflow is going to improve. I want to say right now it's about 120% on global and JP. So I do feel that with Flare, we're going to see more overflow output, and the damage output is going to be better. So with overflow, I would not be surprised if the damage output is going to be closing in on anywhere between 150% and 200%. So I would not be surprised if I see something along the lines of the overflow limit, because a lot of the overflow limit I've noticed on JP is 200, 220%. I will not be surprised if Rydia's Flare is in that range. I will be surprised though if they don't change it. So I think they're going to give her more overflow. They're going to, raise the cap of her overflow on Flare. The damage output's going to be a bit better. And I do feel there's going to be some more uses out of Flare. And if this becomes AoE where this hits everybody, and let's say for example the damage output, meaning that the overflows, let's say it's 200 or 220% on one target. And if it becomes splash style damage where it's, let's just say the damage from a Flare, the intended it hits everybody, and the intended target gets the 220% max overflow with the Flare. The intended target, and splash style damage is about, let's say it's half on the rest. This is going to make her insanely good, and perhaps a preferred go-to in that regard. So for Flare, I will predict the damage output's gonna be better. The overflow is gonna be like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. It's going to be anywhere between at least 150 to 200%. And I also won't be surprised if this is splash style damage where this hits everybody, making her a bit of a rival of sorts to Ultimecia. In Ultimecia, she is out on JP, so yeah. But she is yet to show up on Global. And for the record, Ultimecia is on my radar when she comes out to Global, so a little FYI. Now, with Summon Leviathan, we're going to put this up right at the screen. So this is a group water attack, so what can we see here? So we saw in her 6060 Awakening badge is that this becomes, it also has HP damage, more brave hits, all that stuff, and some overflow, and it's split. So the HP damage being split, that's not going to change. The HP damage part is not going to change. Probably going to be seeing more brave hits out of this one. Definitely, and I say this definitely with some degree of emphasis, we're definitely going to be seeing like the damage, the overall damage output being greater, more uses, and I won't be surprised. I mean, the value uses I'm probably going to say anywhere between 2 and 6 additional uses. I won't be surprised. We'll see. Also, the overflow limit's going to go up to probably 200%. If it's 220%, even better. But I'm going to say it's anywhere between 180 to anywhere between 180% to 220%. So it's one of those. It's like this does have some degree of room for improvement. But I do want to say this is probably going to be more brave hits. The damage output's probably going to be even better than before. More uses, and the overflow cap is even higher. Now with Summon Dragon, this is her EX ability. So I do feel that this is going to be this is definitely going to be more of a the ignoring defense aspect that's going to stay the same. We're probably going to be seeing more brave hits out of this one. And I do feel it's going to be one of those where it has an overflow. I'm going to guess anywhere between 150 to 180% maybe. If it's 200, that's really good. Make it really OP, in my opinion. So there's going to be some overflow on this. I don't feel this is going to be splash style damage. This is going to be like overflow, and everybody gets that same amount without the whole dividing the damage. So that's what I'm going to say on that. So with Summon Dragon, it's probably going to be like overflow, and again, it's anywhere between 150 to 200%. And that's kind of like on the high end. The low end may be like, the low end, quote unquote, being 150%. So, yeah. So to recap for Flare 4, if I can do that long press. So for Flare 4, this is probably going to be sub degree. I do predict this is going to be sub AOP in the sense of splash style damage, meaning that the damage output's going to improve. The intended target's going to get everything HP damage wise, and the other targets get a fraction of that. If there's any additional uses, that'd be really good. It helps her out even further. So we're probably going to see, we may see some AoE out of this one. With Summon Leviathan, more uses, the damage output's even better, more overflow, more let me rephrase it. So with Summon Leviathan, damage output gets improved. I don't know by how much. The overflow's going to go up even further. But the biggest thing is the additional uses. And I'm probably going to say anywhere between 2 and 6. And with Summon Dragon, it's probably going to be the same thing. It's going to be Overflow, probably anywhere between 150 to 200% if the game felt like it. And that's there on this continuation. And before I sign off, I just do want to point out with these type of prediction videos, I do these for fun. I expect to be wrong on some stuff, but you never know. I may say something and it comes out to be the exact case. Because with Lenna, I mean, it's a bit of a spoiler for Global, but I did predict something along the lines of the duration of the Arrow. And like I said, I did look at the video. She does need a bit of a secondary because she gets pretty good, but I mean, yeah, it's one of those. It's like it's not that bad, but it doesn't make her that great, in my personal opinion. So with Rydia, I hope the game, gives her something to be really amazing, and then you can put her toe to toe with something like Ultimecia in the future for JP games, and then even ways down the line for global stuff. So we'll see what happens. So if either Maria or Beatrix gets some type of rework, and if Beatrix does get a rework of sorts on global, that'd be pretty freaking nuts. So I'll probably be replacing Beatrix with whoever unit, or Maria with whoever unit, because Maria and Beatrix were in my first video for the predictions of Rework. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out. And again, like I said, with these prediction videos, I like to do these for fun. If I get anything right, then hey, it's all good. But if I do expect to get things wrong, though. So I just like to have fun with these. Give a like twisted certain aspects. So that's that. And that's where I'm going to end this video. With Wolvie here signing off. I will catch you all on the flip side.